What's up guys, it's the LibraryJuice, and today I have the Modern Warfare 3 Spec Ops Mission Clad on Veteran, and today we're also going to be doing the achievement guide where you keep the tank untouched. Well, not untouched really, but you keep the tank health at 100 the whole mission. Basically, you can get shot as much as you want by regular bullets and stuff like that, but the second you get hit by like a suicide bomber or RPG or like a helicopter or tank shot or something like that, that's when you lose your health. And even grenades too, I think. I would assume so. Every explosive really, except for your own friendly C4 or anything like that. A couple words of advice for this mission before you really get into the depth of it and everything. Stay away, make sure not to run over your teammate. In this case Matt, usually he's the one I do walkthroughs with. He goes to the front, sits behind cover, and lets them come to him. He doesn't really move up or do anything stupid. And with me, I'm sort of just picking him off. I'm not really moving up too close, and most of the time I'm using the machine gun bullets because the tank shots are really inaccurate, and they can actually kill Matt if he's, kind of close. Whoops. So that's why, I try to stay far back and pick them off one by one with these bullets. And in the first part of the mission earlier, there's a point where you want to use a tank shot to get like 4 of them, but I mean that's about it until you get to the point where the tank comes out and the helicopter comes out, which should actually be really soon, I think. Yeah, right here's the tank. I take out the tank and Matt tries to take out the helicopter, but I steal that from him just in the nick of time. Yep, boom. But most of the time you're going to want to have the tank guy shoot at the tanks, and then Matt, since he has Schmall, I think, you should let him take out the helicopter. I don't know if he has a Stinger or a Schmall or what he has, but it's easier for him. I think it's a Schmall, but it's easier for him to take out the helicopters since in the tank you can't really hone your missiles, and for Matt it's still a one-shot kill. And I think that if you want to use the machine guns to take out the helicopter, it takes like a whole thing, like without overheating, maybe like a whole thing and a half. So really Matt should be the one getting it, although I managed to get it that time. And there's actually 2 more helicopters, I think, throughout the mission, but we'll get to that when it comes. And during this part, you're going to want to move up really slowly, because I think at one point there's guys that spawn to the right of me where Matt is right now. And actually there was a couple times there when that's the guy that killed us, because there's only one guy that spawns, I think, and he killed us like every time. See there, I was shooting him with bullets because my tank shot was reeling, didn't really do anything, so I figured, oh, what the heck, I switched to the other thing. And as you can see, guys, I'm getting shot up a lot here. You can actually get killed in the tank by bullets, but it doesn't like hit your tank health. I guess since you're technically the gunner of this, your body is still sort of out a little bit, so you can be shot at. But most of the time you don't die by the bullets. Most of the time it's either your tank getting damaged or the person, in this case Matt, getting killed. And there's plenty of times during this area where Matt would miss one of his shots, things would go wrong, and then what would happen is we would have to restart the whole mission. Because the first happen to this point is pretty straightforward. I mean, you move up slowly. Now's the point where they start coming at you from different directions. Not quite at this part yet, but once you blow the next barricade, a lot of guys come out from east side. A bunch of trucks come out, and a lot of guys hide behind cover, especially with RPGs and grenades. So you have to be super, super careful moving up through this part, especially with Matt too, because a lot of times they like to run up and kill him. But I'm sort of, if you can see, I'm taking them out here slowly, one by one. Because at this point they're not really in groups anymore. They're sort of just like guerrilla warfaring you guys, even though it's not really guerrilla warfare. But yeah, so Matt just blew up that barricade, and then it gave us the next barricade. But before we get to the next barricade, I have to explain that there's a bunch of trucks that come up, plus a helicopter. So there's actually 4 total helicopters, and I think 2 total tanks. I think that's it. But I managed to take out the first 3 helicopters, and then the last helicopter Matt actually gets. But once I move up a little bit, more vehicles, more vehicles and jeeps and stuff like that are going to come out of nowhere, and Matt takes out the one that's closest to him. And this is a good time for Matt to get ammo, because nothing's really happening until the tank moves up. And I actually run over Matt sometimes when we did this mission, when he would get ammo, and I didn't know he was behind me and there was stuff. But this is when the jeeps come. He takes that one to the left. He actually misses because he's stupid. And I take out that guy usually, but I don't know why I didn't shoot. I think I was actually saving my bullet to see if Matt was going to get that guy, because he actually missed the Jeep that was closest to him twice for some reason. I don't know. But that's why I didn't shoot at the guy farther away, because I wanted to save my tank round in case I needed it, which I did. But let's see what happens next. And what I like to do is I like to take out all these Jeeps because you get plus 500, and they're just sort of sitting there. I mean, you'd be kind of stupid if you didn't take advantage of that plus 500, especially with Spec Ops. It takes freaking forever to get ranked up. And speaking of getting ranked up, I don't know why, but Matt has gotten reset like 3 times. He was a level 50, and I was only like a level 20. And then when I got to like level 47 or something like that, he got reset again. So now I'm almost a level 50, if not a level 50, and here Matt is a level 5 again. I don't know why that happened. He got up to like level 25 like before he got reset the second time. I have no idea why that happened. If anybody could tell me why that happened, please leave a comment in the description. I really want to know why that happened, and so does Matt, so it doesn't happen again. But at this point, a lot of guys come up to the edge of the beachhead where the next C4 barrier is, and they just sort of peek their heads out. There's a couple RPG guys, so that's why I was kind of weary. But mostly you can take them out, you know, get headshots and stuff like that. And yeah, right now, especially when they pop smoke, you just sort of want to scan it, take out any like black people, not black people, but dark colors of the people that come out. That was pretty racist. I'm sorry, I'm not racist. But like any of the people that come out of the smoke like that, you know, you can tell because they're darker color than the smoke, obviously. I sort of just scan it, keep shooting at them. I'm in no rush to beat the mission at this point. And there's actually another helicopter, so maybe there's 5 helicopters. Yeah, Matt took that one out because I'm busy taking out guys on the beachhead. He's sort of sitting back. Because there's been a couple of times where he prematurely ran up to the C4 and got killed right after he placed the C4, because there's a ton of guys on the beachhead just waiting for us to move up. So here I am, I'm moving a little closer. I have this nice car for cover, and there's a bunch of RPG guys. And as you can see in the distance, you want to pay attention to where they're shooting from, because if they're not shooting, they're really hard. They really blend in, and it's kind of hard to tell where they're at. So once you see bullets coming at you, you know, it's a good time to go take those guys out. And especially if you see an RPG, that's like high priority target right there. You're going to want to take him out before you take out the guys with the bullets, because the bullet guys don't do really much damage, and the RPG guys is what's not going to get you that untouchable achievement, not a scratch. And then also on veteran, it helps you to keep your tank health, because you know the tank's a very big thing and you want to keep it safe. And that was an RPG guy right there, you could tell with all the RPGs on his back. Another RPG guy. And at this point, the mission is just about over, although there is still guys scattered through behind the rocks. And at this point, 1 Jeep comes out, 1 tank, and 1 helicopter comes out. You see it in the top of the screen right there, but I'm busy taking out the ground guys. And this is 1 Matt copter, because I'm busy taking out the ground guys, and it's way easier for Matt to take them out. So I took out 3 of the helicopters, Matt took out 2. And once you take out all these guys and the music starts playing, that's the end of the mission right there. It kind of tricks you into thinking that you're in the end of the mission once you blow that last C4 barrier and there's nobody. But now you're really at the end, and here I am going full speed. Matt flashes me, but we're still going full speed to the objective marker. I'm checking in case there's anybody behind. But that's the mission, guys. Hope you liked it. Hope this helped. Like, subscribe. It's LibraryJuice. Peace out, guys.